So I was thinking, man, that maybe we should use my version of Hotel California for our opening of the show.
Oh, we totally should.
Yeah, so I kind of made a spoof of Hotel California called Hotel Transylvania. It's pretty much about a guy who thinks with his dick instead of his head and ends up getting mauled by vampires. Coming to a iPod near you soon after I work out the lyrics a little bit more and get a guitarist to help me out with all that. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be epic.
Perfect for like October's around the corner. So.
I know. I didn't even listen to that song today. It just kind of like I'm gonna fucking I want to fucking make a spoof out of this song. I'm trying to write a book right now, and this is the shit I'm focusing on.
Hey, at least you have an outlet for like that creative spark.
I guess that's true. You can't let these little things go. Sometimes you just have to work them out.
Oh yeah, just get it out on paper, wherever, computer. Just do it. That's my philosophy. Get it out.
It's true. Well, maybe I can even. Oh yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can turn it into like a Castlevania thing, so it ends up being gaming related or something. Hey, I don't know, but you know what? That's not what this is about. This podcast is about video games, and we're here to bring you next level conversation about said subject. I'm Kyle,
and this is Abe,
and together we make optional bosses. So today we're doing a segment called the Not So Final Bout, and it's where we discuss two different sides of something. And, I'm not, at the beginning of the conversation, maybe we're not for or against anything, but at the end of it, we'll choose a side or whatever. Maybe there'll be different sides, maybe they'll be the same. But today is Western RPGs versus Japanese RPGs. Let's just start like where RPGs kind of blossom from. They blossom from Japan. This is where they came from. Yes, Japanese RPGs were based off of a Western game, Dungeons and Dragons, so it's a vicious circle of us taking their idea and them taking our ideas, and we just sharing ideas, but hey, that's what Hive Mind's all about, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, JRPG is what we grew up on, man. It's hard to forsake your origins,
Hard to go back on it sometimes. So.
Some of the finer elements of RPGs from Japan haven't really changed much, which is why they're maybe getting a little more, maybe a little less fresh nowadays. A
little stagnant at
Sometimes you get a really nice fresh breath of air, like Radiant Historia on the DS, and it's just fucking breathtaking. But then, for every one of those, there's 10... I have amnesia and I have to save the princess to rule the world or whatever. Tropes, the go-to tropes that are in every fucking JRPG. Yeah. Where you're saving a land against evil and darkness spreading and what have yous. But it's really hard, man. And JRPGs, they really tend to rely more on dialogue boxes and stuff like that.
There is a lot of dialogue in JRPGs.
I don't have a problem with dialogue. I just kind of want it spoon-fed to me. It's like the only thing in video games I want spoon-fed to me. Like, hire a fucking voice actor, you fuck. Like, why are you making me read this novel of text on this screen? Some Final Fantasy 13, as we talked about, was a big perpetrator of that. And another big one, and I really liked this game, was Lost Odyssey on the 360.
Oh, okay.
But it was very fucking read heavy. You know what I mean? And it was all the stuff that I was most interested in, because it's about an immortal that lived like an entire multiple lives or whatever, because he's immortal through time and watched everybody evolve. Loved people and watched them die and had kids and outlasted them. It's just like, it's a beautiful story.
That's crazy. Wow.
But all the stuff that we were reading, when you're reading about his past life, you're reading it. And it's long sessions of reading. And sometimes, and like, this guy's been alive for thousands of years, so you're reading lots of stories and they're all ridiculously long. And you can have a narrator,
Yeah, I know, right? You can't have, wow, that sucks. Damn. I don't
know. What are some of your like pros and cons for Japanese RPGs, man? Like, what are some of the things that you're just like, this is it, JRPG?
JRPGs. Okay. I do like a lot of the writing behind JRPGs. I know that sometimes the story does get very stagnant over time. There's a lot of repeat elements through stuff, but it is a nice change of pace from American storytelling, or Western.
There are two very different types of writing. So
that's generally what I like about it. The JRPGs always have some like weird element to it. A lot of American, or I guess Western. I can't say American because I know a lot of people in the UK make RPGs.
Yeah, you got The Witcher 2 Western, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's all Western, but made in Europe.
And I guess a lot of the Western RPGs have just your you choose your class. You're an elf or you're a mage or this. You have these magic spells. Not too many elements there change, but the stories are. The stories in the Western RPGs are definitely a lot different. The JRPG is very cut and paste.
Yeah.
So you got two different sections.
It seems like Western RPGs are more about choice.
Yeah, those are
and Japanese RPGs is about an on-rail story.
Yeah.
You know, and like there's one is not better than the other.
Yeah.
They're two completely different ways to digest a narrative. Yeah. And they both work fine, you know, but some people would rather the choice over a very linear, you know, path, which I like linear stories, man. Linear stories are great. There's no room for failure, and there's only one way to perceive them, you know?
Exactly. And the mechanics of JRPGs are fun, too. Not that Western can't be...
Turn-based fighting can never go away, for all I care.
Yeah.
It can never go away.
You've just got the... If the developer does it right, you've got a lot of room for strategy and everything there. Like, you have to pick your moves out.
And I find that there might be room for innovation in that, too. Without trying to reinvent the wheel... The wheel's there. Let's just try and make it faster.
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of like let's do this to it. Let's put a rubber tire on the wheel. You know.
Exactly. We have the basic spokes and everything like that. Now it's time to add the next layer of wheeldom.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, man, I'm right there with you for sure. You know, but on the flip side, for Western RPGs. I have strayed away a lot recently, especially from JRPGs on consoles, just because, like, I don't... When's the last JRPG console game that you played?
Not one that wasn't from, like, the SNES era or PS1 era. Like, I have not played okay, I take that back. No, it was, like, one of the GameCube ones. Like,
so you haven't played any current-gen JRPGs or anything like that? You know why? Because they'd either A, don't exist, or they B, suck.
It's like, I've played this one already. I know exactly where we're going with
exactly. Or, you start one up, and it's just like a princess, really? We're gonna fucking save it, okay. Really, Amnesia is not something I have a problem with. Because Amnesia is a really good way to, it's a good plot device to explain everything over again to somebody who should know the logistics of how that universe works because they're a part of it. You know what I mean? So it's a good. So I don't have a problem with Amnesia. I do roll my eyes a bit at the very beginning. You know, when I'm just like another one of these guys got Amnesia. Man, a lot of people getting dropped on their heads or something. But yeah, on the flip side, so I started playing more JRPGs on handhelds. Yeah. Because I think they're more digestible on a handheld.
Yeah, I think so too. That's where most of mine come from.
And that's where I play most of mine. You know, I'm catching up on a lot of PSP RPGs that I didn't play on my Vita now, and like having a good time with that. I don't know if there's any place for JRPGs on consoles anymore. I want them to be. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not saying let's just stop all this. No, fuck that. You know, I still want them, but like, you know, something needs to happen here.
Yeah, there needs to be some innovation.
Hey, and I have another thing. Stop putting these JRPGs on the Wii. I know. Especially if they don't even use like Wii remotes, you know, like just
it's just guys.
Come on, some of us want to play them, and some of us aren't suckers and don't own Wii.
HD collection them or something. HD collections look fine now, so I don't know. It's
absolutely.
There's.
But on a lighter note, I really like Western RPGs in the way that they've kind of come out of nowhere. You know, they're very new to the video game industry.
At least the console. I know for PC has had a ton of like Western RPGs.
But those are more like real-time strategy games, like wrapped around RPG, like Neverwinter Nights and stuff like that. And but you're absolutely right. RPGs have been around in PCs for a long time. With your Baldur's Gates and your, and stuff like that, with your Ultima Onlines and everything. But now they're on consoles, and
they're really refined.
It's
really nice these days.
I'm a big fan, man. Anyone who says that they don't like Skyrim, is wrong. They're lying to themselves. Anyone who doesn't like Mass Effect, you're lying to yourself, man. No, everyone likes space operas, even people who hate space. All right, like that's just the way it is. So, and these games are like the pinnacle of Western RPGs, and like I think BioWare has a kind of a big dog in this fight, if you will, because they've really brought Western RPGs to the forefront of the video game industry. And I think it all kind of started with like Knights of the Old Republic, the original one. You know, everyone was just like, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah, it's like, and I'm just a big BioWare fan. Except when they do stuff like Dragon Age. I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah, we've gotten into this one.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. We don't have to talk about that again. But I don't mind loot management. In fact, I prefer some sort of equipment managing in my video games.
You don't have a bag that has infinite space.
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's convenient, but guess what? It's unrealistic. It makes no sense.
It's not even possible.
And it's a whole other mechanic to the game because like I feel like an adventurer or something like that.
You have to be conscious of what you pick up.
Okay, well this sword weighs this much, but like I'm only going to get this much out of it. When I can pick up this thing, it weighs that much, and I'll get that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a lot of mechanics in Western RPGs that are great, and the storytelling is great. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Especially, and it's unfair to compare it to JRPGs now because the games are just so traditional that they're just pretty much just repeats of stories that we've already been told 100 times.
Yeah,
so.
You have to compare it to much older JRPGs. So.
Oh my god, this is a debacle, Abraham. It's hard to choose one over the other. If I had to choose one though. And, like, this is not Nation's Pride. This is not, like, me just going with, like, my gut or anything. I mean, it is going with my gut. This is my gamer gut. It's my decision.
Yeah.
And, like, Western RPGs just do it for me right now. I don't know if they've replaced the nostalgicness of JRPGs in my heart. I think it just has its own real estate in there as something that I enjoy more. If that makes sense.
No, definitely.
But yeah, man. I mean, like, where do you sit on all this, man? What do you enjoy? I mean, if you had to pick one, what would it be?
In all honesty, I'm heavily biased. Unfortunately, I have not played enough of the current Western RPGs, so by default I have to go with JRPGs because I have nothing else to go off of. That's the problem. Like, I usually don't have enough time to just sit down for hours and hours. I don't have time for an 80-hour Skyrim game. So a lot of Western RPGs just pass right over me because I'm like, well,
Abraham, if you let Skyrim pass over you, I'm gonna slap you.
I'm not gonna let it pass over me, but
you're gonna make yourself have 80 hours for this game.
No, I know, but that's the reason why I don't generally pick them up because they're not stories that I can, or they're not games that you can just easily like. Okay, I'll play 10 minutes here, or 20 minutes. You have to play.
No, they're time travelers.
Yeah,
you sit down, you're like, what?
2-3 hours, and I'm like, I just do not.
The sun's down, and I missed dinner. What the fuck?
So that's just kind of a thing about me is I just don't have much patience for long periods of just sitting like that. So it's just me, that's how it is.
It is just you.
I had to like almost force myself to get through. Not really. I almost had to force myself through parts of Metal Gear Solid just because like. I was like, I've been sitting here for a while. I have to move.
You had to do what? What do you had to force yourself to Metal Gear Solid?
No.
I'm shutting. This podcast is over, ladies and gentlemen.
not because it was a bad game, just because I was not patient enough to get through. No. But I was drawn enough into it to where I'm like, no, I don't need to move. I need to eat, but I want to finish the story first. I have to see where we go.
Yeah, it's pretty. But even, it's pretty tantalizing when you're weighing out the. Do I need to eat?
Do I need
to
to
fuel
eat?
Up and keep surviving, or should I finish
find
this?
Out what happens. Metal Gear Solid was nice enough. It's pretty much segments. You complete and you have a cutscene, and then you can save and you can do whatever. So you have segments there easily, but different discussion. So no. So by default, JRPGs, but I'm open to and I'm most interested in absorbing some of these. Some of the Western RPGs. I'm interested in Kingdoms of Amalur. That one came out a few months back.
Yeah, I would pass over that.
Pass over it? Okay.
I'd pass over that one.
Yeah, I have the demo, and I was like, okay.
It's like the most generic. Yeah,
okay,
like Western RPG you could ever play. If you were wanting to step in, like that's a good foray into the genre, if you will. It's a good stepping stone.
Okay.
You're like, oh, this is okay. I like this. All right. Okay. Not a good. I didn't really like it though. It's not my thing. I need a little more depth.
Probably start with something that like.
Start with Skyrim, man.
Start with Skyrim. Effect, okay.
Mass Effect. Yeah, you do start with Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Mass Effect's fun.
One of the two. So.
Fuck Mass Effect.
Yeah. we only had a whole podcast on it. 3 podcasts on it now.
Whatever. Fuck that game. No, I love that game. That's hard to... I just gave it number 1, Mass Effect 3, on my so far this year list or whatever. Not a lot of good games came out this year, though, so it's not...
kind of slow year.
Yeah. Max Payne 3, I almost gave it to Max Payne 3, because I fucking love that game so much. But that's a whole other conversation for another day. But for now, we're going to step into the hyperbolic dream chamber where dreams become reality, and reality become dreams, and they become reality again to become dreams. And it's like Inception, because we're 4 layers deep, Abraham. And today we're talking about who you would want to assassinate you. If you could choose anybody, who would it be, and how would they assassinate you?
How would they assassinate you?
I'll go ahead and go first.
Yeah, I do, dude.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and choose Travis Touchdown.
Good.
From that game that he was in.
No More Heroes.
Yeah, No More Heroes. Reason being is, the guy's a nerd just like me. So right before, first off, if he was after me, that means I'm important. I'm on some sort of list of assassins. And not only that, I'm some badass character. So I don't know what I would be, but like apparently I'm important enough for this guy to come hunting me down. And I imagine we'll have a moment before he kills me. We'll really nerd out, you know.
We'll nerd out, and you'll taunt each other.
Yeah, we'll taunt each other. Our egos, I think, would clash in a right way. You know, like it would be fun. And I think after it was all said and done, he would jack off his lightsaber and then hopefully just cut my head right off. I'm just hoping
hack you to pieces or something.
Yeah, I'm hoping a nice sword fight comes before that though.
Oh yeah.
But remember, he's assassinating me, so like he catches me off guard. With I don't know, by being my friend at a nerdy, maybe we'll just say like an Akon or something like that. You know what I mean? We're talking nerd stuff, and I'm just like, oh, it's a nice Travis Touchdown uniform, or whatever. And he's like, oh, I am Travis Touchdown. I'm like, oh yeah, well I'm I don't know, Akon man, and I have a sword too, and we fight right there. And
that'd be great. No, all of the assassins have like their own henchmen and everything. So
it's true.
So you would have,
you
have like a convention full, convention full of like your own henchmen, and he's just hacking them down.
Oh my god!
And then he gets to you,
totally.
in like the dealer's room somewhere.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I'm in. Yeah, that's mine though.
that's a good one. Well, damn. I was going to pick somebody from the No More Heroes series.
Stole your thunder.
But it's cool, because I've got a good one, too.
Go for it.
She is the hottie. She is amazing. She's just a badass sniper. She is Sniper Wolf.
It's never a bad time to drop.
But no, yeah, dude. Straight up, I don't think she's going to be hunting any low priority targets. I mean,
absolutely not. You could be her special prey.
Yeah, exactly. Like I might just be that hard. Maybe, probably not. No, but no, she's right between the eyes. Like I said, she'll shoot. She's not gonna miss.
She's the best. She can't miss. Hey, Abe, do you think love can bloom on a battlefield?
We'll make it out of it.
I'll let you know. We come here to talk about the important stuff, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we've come a long way since the beginning of this cast. I feel a bit closer to you now that I know how you would want to die. Virtually, of course.
Virtually,
so,
yes.
That's good information to know, Abraham. You know, brings our friendship closer. On top of that, we're gonna have to. We even stuck it for a country that wasn't even ours. You know, or you did rather. You stuck it for Japan. Good for you. Yeah, unpatriotic piece of shit. But yeah, man, shit got deep this episode. I would say it got deep. But until next time, joystick jammers. Joystick, yeah, that's right. Joystick jammers, man.
Yeah,
that's slang. You gonna game on.
Game on.